Hi, my name is Brianna Hull. I am 38 years old and married with 5 children, including 2 sets of twins. I know, it's crazy. And I am living with a disease called cystic fibrosis. It is a chronic progressive lung disease. It basically feels like breathing through a straw, not being able to catch your breath completely because your lungs don't function like normal people's lungs. You might hear somebody with cystic fibrosis having a really gunky cough. But other than that, you wouldn't be able to tell that just by looking at someone, by looking at me, that I have a genetic lung disease. My parents started doing some investigating, and at the age of 16, I was finally diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. The scary part about that whole process was, at the time of my diagnosis, the median life expectancy for someone with CF was around 20 years old, and that was terrifying. So what do you do with that type of information? My parents were amazing and they let me continue to have my active lifestyle, but they just kept a little closer eye on me and made sure that my lungs got what they needed. The good news is that with the advancements in medications and treatments for this disease, the current median life expectancy is now around 40 years old. I am currently 38 years old, so that number, 40 years old, always, it's always looming in my brain. It's always around, and I think it does change the way that you see things in life. It makes you stop and enjoy the little things and try to find joy in every day. Anyway, there are certain things that you can do with cystic fibrosis to combat the progression of the disease. The more times you get a lung infection, the more lung tissue is being damaged, and oftentimes it's a permanent damage, meaning you're losing that function of that part of your lung. So the lung function slowly will decrease enough that it makes it very difficult to breathe. I would like to show you a few of the things I do on a daily basis that help me fight cystic fibrosis. So the first thing is called a nebulizer, and it's a very simple little device. You put a solution in it. I have several different solutions I use throughout the day. This one is albuterol, but like I said, I have other ones I do. I do these about 3 hours apart, and the whole idea is to keep your lungs nice and moist so that you can try to get that gunk out of there. So you can see, that's it, you just breathe. If you want to do a double whammy on cystic fibrosis, you would do this, and also this device, my little friend, this is called the vest. So I'd like to show you a little bit about how that works. So this is my vest. The company that I ordered it from, you can choose several different colors. I chose purple because purple is the color of the awareness ribbon for cystic fibrosis. So purple has taken on this special meaning for me. It's my color. So I buckle up this vest, and then I plug myself into this machine here. Here we go. One in there. And what this machine does is it inflates the vest and adds pressure to around my lungs, around my rib cage here. And so it's going to inflate, and then it will pulse air, and it basically shakes me. So it's going to be kind of funny for you guys to see. Here we go. I'm going to turn the vest on. As you can hear, it shakes my lungs, and it's trying to get all that gunk up out so I can cough it up more easily. You can adjust the settings and make it stronger or faster. My kids think this is hilarious. So this is one of the big things you can do to try to get some of that junk out of your lungs. If you want to combat it, 2 things at once. I love killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Here we go. If I do this, while I do this, that's even more amazing. My husband is a fire captain in our area here. So he's gone for days at a time on shift. In the summertime, he could be on a strike team and gone for weeks at a time. So I have had to learn how to be a mom to 5 children, have an illness, take care of everyone, take care of myself, and it is definitely difficult at times. My husband, when he is home, he is hands-on, wonderful, helps, gives me time to do the treatments that I need to do every day, which is wonderful. And we have family and friends too that step in and help when they see that I'm struggling and trying to keep my head above water. So I'm very grateful for my village and my tribe. I was very fortunate to find a career that I have so much passion for. I was an elementary school teacher for about a decade and taught 5th grade. I love teaching. I love being in the classroom, love the energy, love having an impact on students. What I didn't love about the job was I was getting sick a lot. Unfortunately, if you think about a classroom and think of 34 or however many little bodies in a room, kids get sick and spread their germs around. So I was coming home sick a lot, and the more that my lungs were struggling, the sicknesses became a bigger deal. You know, in my early 20s, if I got sick, I could be like, oh, I'll be okay. But now, as I'm getting to my later 30s, every sickness that I get really hits me hard. So, although I love this career so much, I made the decision in 2015 to stay home, to work on stabilizing my health and my lungs and taking care of me. So I'm now home with my children, which is a calling of a different sort, equally as wonderful. Cystic fibrosis gives you a different perspective on life when you have a chronic illness and you have that life expectancy that is shortened. It makes you look at life in a different way, and I just have so much hope that in the future there will be a cure. Already in my lifetime there have been such advancements in the treatments that I do that keep me as healthy as I am. I have 5 little children that I need to be here for, that I need to fight to live for. And so that's what I'm doing day in and day out, is just taking care of me so I can be here for them.